I have a state secretary, and he had a visit from a woman. And when she was leaving, I somehow just bumped into her. And she said, "Wow, Madam Minister." And I didn't know her. And I said, "Yes." "Oh, I'm so happy to meet you. We were just discussing whether you would really be able to join me in Delhi." I said, "Sorry, where?" "Well, there is a WEF, so Women Economic Forum conference in New Delhi, but it's coming up rather soon, so I guess it will not be possible because of your agenda." I said, "Well, why not? But tell me a little bit more." So I had the first lesson, and I'm ashamed, but that was the first time I really thought that I really heard about the web. Then I went on the web, of course. Usually I do it. And I learned something more, and I made a decision. The next day I called and I said, "Yes, I'm going." Her name is Sonia Klopčić. She's also here. She's a great woman. She was executive manager in some businesses in Slovenia, in some organizations. But then she stopped that and she moved more into education, empowerment. And very recently, she wrote the first book in Slovenia ever on leadership. And she's a woman. When I read that, I said, yes, she was the one to really convince me in a few moments. I think for me, it's just an inspiration and also motivation to go on. I met so many inspiring ladies, also men. The managing director of Fab India. I was really astonished also on how he does the business, how, on responsible leadership. I met, and all this just really helps you to understand that what you're doing is completely right, and it gives you another level so that you can even grow further. And this is what such a conference as this, with that energy, brings. And I'm really grateful that I made the decision and that I came here and for whatever I learned here for my life as well. Never in my wildest dreams I thought I would be a politician. And the only thing I remember, I think the biggest inspiration to me was my mother, because she was really, she's an extremely nice lady, but had a lot of bad luck in her life, because even though she came from a wealthy family, her mother died, and basically out of 7 children, she was the one who had to stay at home. Everybody else got educated and, they had their lives. And she only did the grammar school, and she always wanted to do more. So from I remember the only mantra that she gave me, and she was giving me all the life, was get up, get educated, get a job, make yourself a living. The only thing you never are allowed to do is that you're dependent on somebody else. Be yourself. This is what I got. I went to when I graduated, I decided to get a job, and I couldn't find one. So finally, I got one in the banking industry, which is really a man's world, even in Slovenia with all the gender balance we have. And it was the biggest bank, and I spent 26 years there. And I slowly was climbing up. So I concluded the highest that any woman ever came to, and that's board -1 position. And I really liked my job, because it was more on a fundraising side, doing international business, traveling all the time. So it was really a very nice thing until the financial crisis happened. And of course, unfortunately, I know too much about this industry, so I really got disappointed, and I really wanted to go out, but didn't have the time to even search for a different job. But then I got a call, and that call said, "Well, would you like to become a minister?" And I said, "No, thank you very much. I will never become a politician." Well, finally, after 5 weeks, I decided to say yes. And roughly 3 years ago, that was the change of my life. And this is how I became a politician. In my heart, I'm still not. Sometimes I feel a pretty lonely wolf up there, but it's I'm now passionate about it because this is the only position where in reality you can make changes, even though it's not easy. But at least you're able to push all the time, and this is what I'm doing. This is what I said the first time and the second time. Then I started to ask myself, because I was criticizing all the governments all the time, you know. But then I asked myself a question. Come on, Alenka, you know, you're criticizing all the time. Have the guts, go there and try and do something. Prove yourself. That was the turning point of my decision. It's a little bit difficult, you know, because I earn roughly 50% less than I did. And it hurts because you have a lifestyle that you had. Um, it's not that easy. But what you, I think that the feelings that I have right now, I know I made the right decision. I know it will not last for a long time. And that helps as well because I will not get, I mean, I'm not even a member of the party. So I know with the term also what I'm doing right now is going to end. But already the things that I want to do will be completed and I can move forward.